Hi. So, in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to teach you a very special yoga, which is called Pranayama, right? It's the science of breathing, art, science, everything of breathing, right? There are technical terms that you will come across, which are five styles of breathing. But even before that, I want to talk to you a little bit about what breathing means to you. In English, they ask sometimes, right? What do you do for a living? Uh, and they expect you to answer back saying, what do you work as and what do you do? My typical answer is, I breathe, therefore I live. Funny ways in which English can turn around things, right? They ask, what do you do for a living? I breathe, therefore I live, right? So, what does breathing mean to you? The very second you were born in this world, you were able to breathe happily, right? Your lungs started functioning and you were able to convert oxygen, take in air, which has a lot of other components other than oxygen, just filter it out, take a little bit of oxygen, send out carbon dioxide, and produce many other things in that chemical reaction, right? You were able to do it, and you're doing it still now. What am I going to teach you about today? Right? I'm just going to make you aware of the way you breathe. And I'm going to tell you a fundamental fact that from your head tip to toe, something that reaches throughout your body is your consciousness, perhaps. And the second thing I can think of is oxygen that you consume, the air that you consume, the prana that you consume, that has the capability to reach any part of your body. Isn't that amazing? Uh, you can think about your feet, you can think about your heart, you can think about your lungs, you can think about it, and that's consciousness touching it. You're consuming oxygen as I speak, and that is reaching every single part of your body. Isn't that amazing? So, I'm going to make you aware of this process that happens and make you feel really good about it. The first thing is oxygen can be consumed into the body through two ways. One is through mouth, other is through nose. What is the recommendation for yoga? In yoga, you always breathe in and out through nose. Lips are super sealed all the time. Unless you explicitly open it for special poses, you are sealing your mouth completely. I am the only guy who's allowed to breathe out quietly as I speak, and then my breathing in is always only through nose. I am not going to breathe in through my mouth at all. That is the fantastic thing that you realize when you start doing yoga. You probably had this realization when you were a kid, when you're running really fast, right? When you're not able to cover the distance, your natural response would have been to close your lip and run. You can run for longer distances because you're activating your lungs, you're increasing the capacity of your lungs. But on the other hand, if you for a long time, right, you cannot run, you're panting, you're hyperventilating, and you're going to be short of breath very soon. So, healthy people, unhealthy mouth. You can slowly switch. That should be your objective. First thing, right? As much as possible, only consume air through nose. Another reason is you have a huge airway where particles can get blocked. The pathogens, the bacteria, virus, they can all get blocked. And you sneeze out, you get phlegm collected, you can clean it. But mouth is slightly more vulnerable. And not to mention, right, the glottis, epiglottis, the way it works, you could aspirate anytime when you're eating food. It's very hard to get that rhythm when you breathe in through mouth. So breathe out is okay, talking is okay, talking is only breathe out. You take a second. My wife asks me, how can you just talk forever as if you don't spend energy at all? I take oxygen through nose and I can just go on and on and on with mouth forever and ever. Feels really good. So that is my style of pranayama. Speaking can be pranayama, right? And this one past second I consume a lot of oxygen into my through my nose into my lungs. Lung capacity improves, right? Already 5 minutes into the video, and I'm just explaining how breathing works. I'm just making you aware of this process, so that so another thing that I want to talk about is your moods have a distinct impact on breathing. You get angry on your kid, on your somebody who's troubling you. Immediate response is pulling oxygen and getting ready for a battle, right? And sometimes you feel happy. You just close your eyes and think of something extremely good, something very pleasant, something happy. You started sipping oxygen already. You're gently taking oxygen, gently giving out. You're enjoying it like you're sipping your favorite drink, right? and that's how delightfully your mood can affect the breathing. And you can prove this in many instances, right? You're singing also, you hold your breath for a long time, that changes your mood completely. Your breathing changes mood changes breathing. So intertwined. You physically, if you're intimate, right, you first thing that you're seeing changes the way you breathe. Many aspects of life are connected so closely to breath, but we take it for granted, which is great. But can we consciously bring about some small changes, some practices which feels very good? And what are those? Can we talk about them? The first thing is you should be able to clean your biggest airways in the world, right? How do you clean? You press one side and you exhale. Close your lips tight and exhale. And then you close the other side, close your lips tight, and you can see this nose was more open than this nose for me. What do I do now? One nose could have been blocked, right? The first thing is observe that and clean it out first. Always have an affinity to do out before in. You get a block, you feel like sneezing, do not take in first and give a welcome party to all the germs. First is exit party. Then figure out if it is blocked. If it is blocked, what do you do now? Right? I'm going to teach you some small techniques to first clean your breath and completely have your airways clean, so that itself will produce so much oxygenation to your body. Every moment will be different. Right? I'm sitting in normal Padmasana, legs folded but back straight, giving a nice C section and feeling, right. The first technique I'm going to teach you in pranayama is fast breathing. So you're going to breathing very fast, and you're releasing it as you breathe out. This is like a balloon that is filled, but you're releasing air with the tip stretched out. It kind of flutters a bit, right? At that point of time, it actually produces some heat and it opens up your nostrils, and your phlegm all comes down, and your nostrils open up big time. You can see it is improving already. My nose was blocked, but it's improving. So you have to just practice this breathing, not too soon, not too late after breathing, but just at the right time as you release. That is repeatedly. If you do it near the sink, right, nothing will come out, but you're producing a lot of magic to it, right? Nitrous oxide, and there's a lot of research on fast breathing, humming sounds, and many other things with how nostrils are getting opened up. So that's the first thing I'm going to talk about. Next is Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is when you need an access to how my stomach actually crunches and breathes out. So I'm going to now crunch my stomach and breathe out into the nose. I'm giving a small jerk to the body, using my stomach muscles, pulling it back as I exhale out, a direct route between my stomach and my nose. Feels wonderful, right? The oxygen exchange is excellent. It's called Kapalabhati. Wait for some time. There's one more technique called Bastrika. It's called Bastrika. You're going to breathe in and you're going to expand your stomach. Your lung is only taking the oxygen, stomach is just as is, and then you exhale by bloating your stomach. This is Bastrika. More often Kapalabhati is recommended for many poses. Bastrika is also good. Let's park it on the side. The third is the normal pranayama, Anulom Vilom. Many ways you can call it, but it has 5 cycles, and very important 5 cycles, right? So first is you consume oxygen through your right nose, or you can close your right nose first. Either ways, right? You close your right nose first. You're going to consume oxygen from your left nose for 4 straight seconds. And you're going to hold the oxygen right there for 16 straight seconds. And then you're going to exhale for 8 seconds through the other nose. And then you're going to be completely empty. Hold the breath for 4 seconds. And then you're going to consume air back into the open nose. Hold. Release. Hold. And repeat. This is the ratio, right? Let's practice this for now. So when you're doing this, your open nose is enjoying it and the other nose will also open up. Both will be fine. And now your nostrils will get lot of air to both brains, and you're happy. The next exercise is called Brahmari Pranayama, where you're going to now create a vibration, positive vibration. They call vibes, right? Positive vibes, negative vibes. How are you going to create those vibes? You're going to hum, like how you're going to sing Indian music, right? You're going to hum by first covering your eyes with fingers. You're not going to press, just cover. And then with your thumb, you're going to close your ear lids. There's a lid in your ear, right? You're going to close it tight. And then you're going to keep your other finger here, rest it here. And you're going to make one humming sound for as long as possible. And hold. And again, one more time, right? This humming produces nitrous oxide. It kind of vibrates the whole cavity. It's resonating, right? You can immediately see your phlegm loosening up. You say, quickly, you will not get any phlegm gathered at all, because I am very, very prone to having sinus phlegm and other things because of my allergies and long stay in the US, getting a lot of medications, right? So, so this way of cleaning the nose and breathing has done wonders to me, and it develops an intelligence for you, for anybody trying to enter. Remember always, exit before you give a welcome party. Don't give a welcome party right away. You see people inhaling, the first sign of a block, thinking that they're going to clear the block this way. Never clear the block this way or through pranayama. You take in through air. If this nose is terribly blocked, you take in air through this one and now hold it. The mind will say, dude, your nose is closed now. The other one, you have to open it. It will open it gently. Do it 3 times. You will be ready. Enjoy. Happy breathing. And this is pranayama today. Sorry, the video is longer, but just become aware of the way you're breathing. And there are many small facets of it which you will discover. Perhaps when you're tired, you raise your neck. Why do you raise your neck? You're creating a straight airway between your nose. You're not folding it. You're tired, you're joyful, you want to relax, you always raise your head. Alright? So, a lot of magic, and this oxygen that you're consuming is reaching every single cell in your body. That's fantastic, right? So, happy breathing. Thank you so much.